This is Sailor the Piperman, Piper the Sailorman. Good morning, everybody. It's another day. As you say, there's another day and another dollar. Um, since I've been online here, it's been a year already. It's my anniversary. And I didn't know what to expect. I started putting up videos and I started searching. Then I heard this thing about the why TP, YouTube, pipe community. So I began looking at different videos. Then I found Briar Blues on the pipe. I did a pipe search, Briar Blues. I found Muncha Piper. It was quite interesting. Then I began looking at who was posting, and a lot of you guys have posts with pipes. So I started just surfing and finding different people. And then I found pipe clubs. I looked in pipe clubs and I found the Nottingham Pipe Club. And I put it on. I was like, oh, this is in England somewhere. Nottingham? Is it really Nottingham, England? So it was a 2016 Nottingham reunion. I think they had. I watched it. I was so intrigued. The regular guys like me, I just consider myself what they say a regular bloke. I love the way they talk. A regular guy, a regular bloke. Working class, and how knowledgeable they were of tobacco, of their pipes, sharing. I've always had one or two guys to share with me, or run into somebody, or outside of being a tobacconist. In the tobacco shop, that's one thing. Everybody gathers like a mecca. But outside, it's always been one or two people, never a group like that. So when I saw that, they had beer, stout. They were sitting around, and the conversations were so positive and cheerful. And then I think I met Michael, and I went to his page, and then I met his dog, and I love dogs, man. And he was taking his dog with him, and I really liked that. Then I saw one called London Calling, I think it is. Uh, I think he is part of the London clubs, pipe club. And so his videos always started with him driving on the highway. And I thought that was so interesting. Like, I've always wanted to go to England, London, and he's taking me, I'm just sitting there with my pipe at home, watching him talk and taking me. And I believe he makes pipes too. And he smokes cigars. So when I saw that video, I said, here's a female, a black. She looked African. African. I don't know if she was African or English or Jamaican or whatever. She was in the middle of all these men, holding her own. Knowledgeable. And I said, this is great. Well, how come more women are not involved? I guess this is mostly a predominantly male thing that we do. We act like kids at times. We show people our pipes, and I think it's great. And tobacco, what are you smoking? What are you using for a tamp? What are you using for to keep your tobacco fresh, and how do you store it? And it's amazing how much knowledge and wisdom each pipe smoker has. Like one guy might be like partial to Savinelli, and I realized the guy knows everything about Savinelli. Or some guy's into pouches, and he knows everything about the pouches, where to get it, or maybe somebody is into, colorful stems and he knows where to go. Some people are into the art, and then you have those that are like serious collectors, man. I have 500 pipes, but it wasn't out of wanting to collect. As a sales rep, they always give us pipes, so I had them. I collect them. Don Carlos, Camaneros, Dunhill. I didn't think anything of it. Like I didn't think this was going to be a big thing. Having pipe, and then the estate, as people started dying off, more estate pipes, more estate pipes, more estate. And let's see what's with the estate pipes. If it's an estate pipe, it belongs to the family, right? But then I realized a lot of people in the families didn't appreciate it and wanted to sell it, didn't know what to do with it. I was saying to my kids, I hope you guys are not like that. When I die, you just give my pipes away. But so what? Then somebody else will smoke my pipe. But the day that I think and I know I'm going to die, I'll give them away to people that I know appreciate them, But the whole thing about it, then I found on Facebook pipe communities. So I joined a couple, the philosophical one, but there's nothing philosophical. They're not talking about anything philosophical, really. I find it so humorous. Then you have those that are, metal pipes. Those that are Savinelli, those that are partial to Peterson, those that are partial to Mission, and then you have the Mission guys trying to sell their Missions, And I said, holy smoke, this really is a community, Then when I saw a video, Richmond Pipe Club, and I saw Moonchop's videos of some of the pipe conventions, and I realized as they were showing that these people all knew each other pretty much. And they go from place to place selling pipes. And I'm like, dog, look at this. And there's some pipe makers I never heard of. But then again, I was in the 90s. It's just over 25 years ago. All these wonderful female pipe makers. I'm like, wow, man. So in many ways, it's expanded. Dunhill sold their tobacco. I had no idea. I hadn't been in the know-how, Peterson bought all the tobacco, and then everybody's with these colorful stems. So I came out of the Vulcanite period. We just Vulcanite. That's it, man. Don't mess with the Vulcanite. And it was our attempt to make sure the Vulcanite doesn't oxidize, right? Looking for ways to clean them and everything. Then all these colorful stems, and I'm like, what the heck is going on? What are these wusses? I was like, what are these wusses doing with non-Vulcanite stems, man? Acrylic. Why acrylic? So then I tried acrylic. I went and bought one, and I said, well, it's not too bad. Got a little white a bit. And then some really, really creative people were doing stuff with acrylic and doing stuff with pipe that left me. There was nothing like that. Nothing like that in the 90s that I saw. I mean, fantastic carvers. Some American pipe carvers, man, are like out there, really, really out there. I'm more into the classical stuff, but I appreciate the artistry of a lot of these wonderful pipe makers. It's amazing. Really, man. You're taking out time. Oh, well, they're using machines, and so what? You still have to have technique and know-how, and you have to know your angles, depth of field, and you have to have hands to do that stuff, man. I don't have hands to do that. I'll get frustrated, just buffing my buffing my pipes. But I appreciate that. Now the ones that are really endeared to my heart are two type people are the tobacco growers, and the family lineages that do fire, dark fire, Berlin. They do it. I mean, that's their life, man. They go out there, they do the hard work. They have to bend over. The migrant workers, you know. And I experienced something in my life I'll never forget. I was dating a young Chicana girl when I first got into the military, and I went out to San Diego. I was stationed in San Diego. I ran into her in Tijuana. One thing led to another, and before you know it, we were dating. And she had relatives there. Her father lived in Tijuana. He was, at one time, chief of police. He was retired. He lived closer to Ensenada. So she took me to him. And since I spoke Spanish, there was nothing to it. And then she decided, you want to come up where I live? I said, where do you live? At the Bakersfield. Bakersfield? You come all the way down from Bakersfield to see me? She go, yeah, to see you, but also to see my family. Okay, sure. So at the time, I didn't have a car. So we took a Greyhound up to Bakersfield. And I got to see California from a different perspective. I was driving through California. And the 805 or something like that, the road. I was instead of getting to Bakersfield, California, she's telling me she feeds the migrant workers. That's her business. She feeds the migrant workers. So I got there, and she had some friends, male friends, other people, and their wives. And so she asked me, she turned around, would you mind helping out in the field? So what are you guys going to do? So we're going to pick up tomatoes and whatever they got to do, we'll go out there and help them. So I said, sure. How long are we going to stay out there? She says about half a day. So I went out there picking. Then we had to uproot plants and all that. And the sun was hitting. California can get hot. And I was there, man. Let me tell you, it was one day my back was so sore, my arms, my legs, and I'm looking at these young kids, women. Everybody was out there, and I was sweating. I was drinking water, sweating. I was dehydrated. Finally, it's finished. We got on the back of these pickup trucks, and going down the road, they were stopped by CHIPS, California Highway Patrol. He said, you, come here. It's on me. He said, what are you doing among these migrant workers? I said, well, I was invited to come out here and story short, man, they were very abusive to these migrant workers, demeaning them. I said, listen, I'm American. Don't even try that with me. I'm in the Navy. I'll report you. So I got into a confrontation. And then the police saw that these migrant workers surrounded them and surrounded me. Like, if you try to take them away, there's going to be problems here. This is up in Bakersfield. So I stood up for them. And then I was telling them in Spanish what I was saying to these police. Oh, he said, you don't have to take this crap. The owners are hiring you. You know, they not unionize. I believe Chavez fought for years and years for unionization. What happened? I mean, there's a whole story behind that. But let me tell you, that one day spending with them, and then afterward, we were drinking Jose Cuervo. Holy smokes! And they were partying and eating. I ate more tacos, enchiladas. I had a good old time listening to the music, dancing, and my whole body was sore. I said, "Are you gonna come out tomorrow?" I looked at them and said, "Hell no, man." They really expected me to come back out there. So I went and visited them. I brought them food from the girl I was dating, Bella, to bring them out food and everything, brought them water and everything. And I saw their conditions, man. And I was wondering after that, when I got back into tobacco, this stuff happens. Because this is the way it is. For a lot of these migrant workers, they go from farm to farm during harvesting season. So when I see those Kentucky tobacco growers, the majority of them are white. You see a couple of Chicanos or Mexican workers or Latino workers with them, and I see them out there picking tobacco, man. All I gotta do is go to the store and buy it. These guys have to go in there, take it, pile it up, take it in, air cure it, fire cure it, whatever the whole process is. It's a long time. You know, to store it, put it in barrels, we'll press it, make it to flake, make it to whatever. You know, I appreciate, and when I smoke pipe tobacco, I bless those guys. Those that grow Perique down in St. James, those that grow Connecticut broadleaf or Virginia, I really appreciate those people, man, having the understanding that's not easy work, and they don't make a lot of money. And I'm here complaining of the price of tobacco, and then on top of that, the government wants its share. You know, makes me appreciate it more. Appreciate smoking. Appreciate cigar rollers, all the women. The majority of women cigar rollers. Well, they're rolling to feed their children. I'm here smoking, enjoying myself, retired. I mean, I worked hard. They're still working. So, all I say is this. You might not be able to give them money. Give them respect. Make sure you respect them. If you go into you go to Sutliff or you go to Lane Limit or you go somewhere where it's being grown, make sure you give them respect and give them a thanks, you know, for what they do. Because without those people, man, they ain't no tobacco. They ain't no tobacco. If all of them stopped one day from making tobacco, they said, that's it. It's a shutdown, which can actually happen. If 9/11 got bombed, I mean, that two towers came down, the tobacco industry could be gone. One mandate could be gone, shut down. You know, so thank the good Lord that we got tobacco. Appreciate it. You know, Peterson is now. Well, let's say the owners of Peterson decide, well, we're going to shut it down. Boom, it's gone. How many places that you've been to got shut down? Macy closes stores. That's it. You can complain all you want. You ain't the owner. It's gone. You know, pipe factories are here, but how many are gone? You know, appreciate what you got. You got K Woody. Once the owner K Woody's gone, that's it. Some of the legacies of these great pipes are gone. Waddy Frank is gone. You know about Dr. Graybo? Factory closes, shuts its doors. No more Graybo. Everybody be hunting down the state pipes. You know? So we have to appreciate the fact that the buyer, the consumer, we got it good. We still have it good. It's still worth smoking. I constantly upgrading my pipes and my tobacco. Why? Maybe a day is not around, and my kid might want to try tobacco. My kid has pipes. You know, my sons and my daughters, my grandchildren, they have pipes here, and I got tobacco. I can have stored tobacco so they can. Well, old grandpappy used to smoke pipe. What is he? He still got. He left us pipe tobacco. That's going to be one of my legacy. I'm going to leave them some good pipe tobacco. They can say, well, let's try it. And I can see one day in the future, my kids, say, well, he used to smoke this. What's that? Look at them sitting around smoking all the good stuff, man. And they can appreciate a little bit of what I used to do. You know, you ever play baseball or given a bat that your uncle or your granddaddy or your granddaddy or a glove, a baseball glove, or something, a golf club that was used by somebody special, and now you have it and you can go out and play golf with it. So it's very important that we appreciate what we have. Well, that's it for today. Sailor the Piperman, Piper the Sailorman. Just random thoughts today. Have a good one.